Hello friends, Kurt Berglund with you. This is Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, and today we're starting a brand new project. I'm not going to be bringing you every game from this project, but I thought a periodic drop-in would be fun. There's a couple of things about this that I want to tell you about. Number one, this features a not very good team. It's the 1986 Atlanta Braves, winners of just 72 games in the 1986 season, but very remarkably in the race for the National League Western Division title for really about 4.5 months of the season. So how Chuck Tanner accomplished this is what I aim to find out as a result of doing this replay. Now, I have never in my life done a 162 games as played replay, but this one is going to be the first. So I'm going to be using Chuck Tanner's lineups, Chuck Tanner's starting pitchers, and of course the same for the visitors, and we're going to let her rip. The game engine is Inside Pitch, and I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to be fun. I think I'm going to learn a lot from doing it. I have a lot of confidence that I have all of the transactions, player moves, and even disabled list appearances for the players on this roster because I have the 1987 media guide. I'm kind of a media guide guy. I know you can find almost everything online, but you can't find everything online. And I like media guides, and it means that I'm old, and it means that I'm cranky, and it means that I want the kids to get off my lawn. All right, so with all of that said, it's opening day, April 8th, 1986. We are at Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium. And we're ready to go. Let's go to the starting lineups and roll some inside pitch baseball. Thanks for joining me. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe. And check out my Twitter at KurtBerglund14. All right, there's a host of other stuff I'm going to put in the description for this video. And so let's roll some ball. The visiting Montreal Expos. Leading off in left field, it's Tim Raines. Batting second at second base, Vance Law. Batting third in center field, Andre Dawson. I'm sorry, that's not true. Batting third in right field, it's Andre Dawson. Batting fourth at first base, Jason Thompson. Batting fifth at shortstop, Hubie Brooks. Batting sixth at third base, Tim Wallach. Batting seventh in center field, Mitch Webster. Batting eighth, it's the catcher, Dan Billardello. And batting ninth, it's Montreal Expos opening day 1986 starting pitcher, Bryn Smith. Now, Bryn Smith in 1986 was 10-8 with a 394 earned run average in 187 innings of work. All right, so let's go to the Braves starting lineup. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying to me, Kurt, Claudell Washington is on a Yankee card. What gives? Well, Claudell Washington was a Brave until June 30th, 1986, when he was traded for Ken Griffey. So in the first part of my replay, Claudell is indeed a Brave. He is the leadoff batter on opening day, and he is the right fielder. Batting second at shortstop, Rafael Ramirez. Batting third in center field, Dale Murphy. Batting fourth at first base, Bob Horner. Batting fifth in left field, it's Terry Harper. Batting sixth behind the plate, Ozzie Virgil. Batting seventh at third base, Ken Oberkfell. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Glenn Hubbard. And batting ninth, I don't know why they call him Ricky. I don't even think his mom called him Ricky, but his card says Ricky Mahler. He was a right-hander, and on the 1986 season, Rick Mahler was 14-18 with a 4.88 ERA with 237 innings of work. He was, and I use this term in its loosest possible sense, the ace of the staff in 1986. All right, so we are ready to go. And there we go. All right, so everybody can see everything. We're rolling some dice. Here we go. Tim Raines steps in against Rick Mahler. And that is a double question mark. It's Frank Gorshin's Dream World. And we have a left-handed batter up because Raines is a switch hitter, and that's a base hit. So we are underway with a leadoff single that starts the season. And Tim Raines, as you might recall, quite a base stealer. He had 70 on the 1986 season. So we're going to try and get him the jump. Okay. So we have 0 impact on the jump from Mahler. So it's a 1-7 to get the jump for Raines. And he gets the jump. Now Ozzie Virgil's arm is a 0. Mahler has a -3 effect on the steal. So that knocks his stealing down to 1-15. And he shoots him down. Ozzie Virgil throws out Tim Raines with a throw down to Glenn Hubbard, who applies the tag to the Montreal Speedster. 1 out in the top of the first. Vance Law. The pitch from Mahler. It got to the kitchen. Oh my God, it's a range check. Law swings, and we have a question mark 7. So I'm going to use this and roll for the range in just a moment. This is a double for Law, but it's a range check to left field. That's Terry Harper country. Terry Harper's range is a 3. So if Terry catches up to it, 1-3, he's going to make the catch. If not, Vance Law doubles off the wall. Terry Harper makes the catch. 2 gone in the top of the first, and now it'll be Dawson, whose aching knees precipitated a switch to right field. Mahler winds and delivers. That's an open result. Dawson swings and pops it up. This is Bob Horner in fair territory, and he's going to make the catch for out number 3. So after a fashion, Rick Mahler gets a 1-2-3 first inning. We go to the bottom of the first with no score in Atlanta. Bryn Smith on the mound against Claudel Washington, Rafael Ramirez, and then Dale Murphy, lefty, righty, righty for the Braves. And he's not fatigued, so that's nothing. Claudel swings at the Bryn Smith offering, and it's grounded to Tim Wallach at third. Tim plants and fires to first, and there's 1 down. Rafael Ramirez. Bryn Smith. The pitch to Rafi is an error check. So we'll see where this goes. That number doesn't bode well for the error check. That's a star line 4 grounded to Wallach. We'll check his error number, but I have a feeling Tim's going to kick this one. Yes, he is. And that will be a booted grounder for Tim Wallach, and Ramirez is safe at first on the E5. All right, now we could get the Braves running here, and I think we will. I think we're going to do that. Dan Billardello is a 0, so that's his arm. That's his contribution to the proceedings. So we're going to try for the jump. Bryn Smith adds 1 to the jump, so that's going to be a 6. 1-6, and Rafi's off and running. Nope. Does not get the jump, so he's not going anywhere. Murph is coming to the plate. Smith the stretch, and the pitch to Murphy is a 5-3. That's a ballpark check. And that's a base hit to right. Base hit right field for Dale Murphy. Now, Ramirez is a 4 base runner. Dawson's arm comes into play, and of course he had a cannon. -2, so that knocks Ramirez down to a 2. So let's see what happens as Rafi tries to get to third. It's a 1, so no, wait a minute. Yep, it's a 1, so we're going to check the second die, which is a 6. And he's going to hold. He's going to hold at second. So Rafi thinks better of it, coming around second. And now Horner comes to the plate. So it's Ramirez at second, Murphy at first, and Horner at the plate with 1 out. Bryn Smith the stretch, and the delivery to Bob Horner is a fatigue check, but he's not fatigued. So Horner swings and hits it on the ground to short. This isn't what we wanted. Okay, so we're going to check our DP numbers. Smith is a -1 on the DP. Horner's a 2. So that knocks Horner down to a 1. It's hit to short, so we'll check the pivot for Vance Law. That's a 0. So Hubie Brooks gloves it. He goes to Law for 1. And the relay to Jason Thompson is not in time. Horner beats the rap at first. Murphy's retired 6-4 on the fielder's choice. And Ramirez advances to third with 2 outs. So now it's Harper. Bryn Smith the stretch. And the delivery is an error on a grounder. Error on a grounder check. That just might be one. Let's see. Base hit through shortstop. So it's not a grounder. And that's a base hit that will score Ramirez with the first run of the 1986 Braves season. Now it's an S6. Horner cannot advance to third because he doesn't have the wheels for it. And, well, let's double check. No, he certainly doesn't. So, Horner stops at second. Harper with an RBI single. Ramirez scores. It's 1-0 Braves in the bottom of the first, and now it's Ozzie Virgil. Smith the stretch, and the delivery to Virgil is a strikeout check, but a 19 is too high. Virgil swings, and it's a line drive right back at the pitcher. In self-defense, Bryn Smith saves his own life. So the Braves get a run in the bottom of the first. It's unearned, but it still counts. After 1 complete, Braves 1, Expos 0. And on opening day, 1 run is often all Rick Mahler needed because he threw a shutout on opening day in real life, or as the kids like to say, IRL. In both 1982 and 1986, complete game shutouts on opening day by Rick Mahler. I said by Rick Mahler. All right, Jason Thompson up. 1-0 Braves, top of the second. The pitch from Mahler is a walk check, but it's a 1. And so Jason Thompson certainly does draw a walk. Hubie Brooks coming up. Mahler the stretch, and the Braves infield at double play depth. The pitch is a walk check. That's a 19. That's too high for Hubie. So he swings, and it's a base hit to left field. Okay, so Thompson, not known to be fleet of foot, let's just say, will hold at second. And there's going to be 2 on with nobody out for Tim Wallach. Mahler the stretch and the delivery to Wallach is a regatta that catch and I smell gas. We got an 11 here, but that doesn't matter. Wallach swings, hits it in the air to right field. This is Claudell Washington. Now, Claudell is just a 2 in 1986. So we're going to see if he catches up to this one. He does not. He fails the range check. That's not good news for Atlanta fans. All right, so let's see how bad the damage is. It's a single, and Jason Thompson is molasses on the bases, and there's nobody out anyway, so he's going to stop at third. The bases are dripping with Expos with nobody out in the second. Braves infield still at double play depth. Chuck Tanner exhorting his minions. Mahler the stretch. The pitch to center fielder Mitch Webster is a gato that catch and I smell gas. It's a range check. All right. The swing by Webster is hit on the ground to Horner. We got to check Horner's range. It's a 2. I'm beginning to see the problem for the 86 Braves. All right, so let's see where he's at double play depth. So no, he fails. He fails the range check. All right, now we got to see how bad the damage is here. It's going to be at least a tie game, and it's going to go down into the corner and rattle around. Jason Thompson scores. Hubie Brooks scores. It's a double for Webster. Wallach with nobody out isn't going anywhere. He stops at third, and it's 2-1 Expos in the top of the second. Here comes Dan Billardello. All right, so here's my question about Dan Billardello. The way he spells his first name, if he signs his name Danny, is he going with 4 N's? Because I think he is. I think he's going D-A-N-N-N-N-Y for Danny. That's just me. If you want to weigh in on this baby, do so in the comments. All right, so second and third. Braves are going to play in at the corners. Billardello at the plate. Mahler the stretch, and the delivery is a strikeout check. That is a 12, but no, it's too high. So Billardello swings, and it's hit in the air to center. Murphy is under it. Now, Billardello's sac fly number is a 0. So we got to roll all 3 dice and see if Wallach is going to tag. Murphy makes the catch. Going to the white number on the 2.1 chart. Murph's arm is a -1. And that's going to force us to check the third number, which is blue. Murph makes the catch. Here comes Wallach, the throw to the plate. Virgil applies the tag, and Wallach is out on the attempted sacrifice fly. Murph shoots him down. Does Mitch Webster advance? We got to look at Webster's running rating. It's a 4. So it's not higher, so he will advanced to third on the throw by Murphy. What a throw by Murphy. 2 gone now in the second. Still 2-1 Expos. Wallach is retired. Webster goes to third. And with 2 outs, it's Bryn Smith. Mahler, the stretch and the delivery is a strikeout check. That's an 11. Hey, struck him out. That ends the Expos second. A long second inning. We go to the bottom of 2. It's 2-1 Expos. On opening day, April 8th, 1986. Ken Obergfell, Glenn Hubbard, and Rick Mahler coming up. Bottom third of the Braves order. Bryn Smith winds and delivers. It's a wild pitch check. That's nothing. Nobody on base. So Obergfell swings. He hits it on the ground to Jason Thompson. He's going to take it himself for out number 1. Here comes Glenn Hubbard. Bryn Smith winds and delivers. It's a strikeout check. That's a 10. Too high. Hubbard's going to swing, and he corks one to right. This is going to get over Andre Dawson's head. And Hubbard's around first, heading to second. Dawson corrals it and throws it toward the infield, but Hubbard's got himself a double. With 1 out in the bottom of the second, here's Bryn Smith. Bryn Smith, if that's his real name. All right, so Mahler is up. He's actually not a bad bunter, so we're going to ask him to bunt. Smith, the stretch, and the pitch to Mahler. That is a 3-4 home run check. No. So we're going to check the bunt. He is a 4. He gets it down. It's going to be bunted to Wallach at third, just as it should be. And Wallach fires to Jason Thompson at first, and that retires Mahler as Hubbard moves to third with 2 outs. The tying run is 90 feet away now, and Bryn Smith is facing Claudell Washington. Smith, the stretch, the pitch to Claudell. 5-4 is a strikeout check, but that's an 18. That's too high. Claudell swings, and ground ball, Wallach. He gloves it and fires to Thompson, and that retires the Braves in the second. So they threaten but don't score. After 2 complete, Expos 2, Bravos 1. Top of the order for Montreal coming. It's Raines, Law, and Dawson. This is a strikeout check. That's a 5. -2 for Fulton County Stadium makes it too high. So Raines is going to swing. And it's a base hit to center field for Tim Raines. And here we go again with the base running antics. All right, so 1-7, he gets the jump. Nope, no jump, not sending him. Vance Law coming to the plate. Mahler's pitch to Law is a double question mark. Frank Gorshin's favorite. Okay, so double question mark is a 4. Law's a right-handed batter. And that is going to be too high. So it's an open result. Law swings and hits a base hit to right field. Now Raines gets to do his thing. Claudell Washington is a 0 throwing arm in right field. So Raines is a 4 base runner. So let's see what happens here. It's a 6. And now we're going right to the OTC 2.6 chart. And Rain suddenly puts on the brakes at second base. So 2 on with nobody out now, and Dawson coming to the plate. Mahler's struggles continue. He needs a double play grounder here. Mahler, the stretch and the delivery to Andre Dawson is a ground ball to Glenn Hubbard. Oh, wait, sorry. That's not true. I'm looking at the wrong card. This is Mahler, 4-2. It's a strikeout check. We subtract 2. That knocks him down to a 7. So that's too high. Dawson swings and hits it in the air to center field. This is Murphy. Murphy's a -1. Raines is tagging. All right. We're going to subtract 2. Knocks Raines down to a 1. He does not advance, he holds. So he bluffs going to third. Murph makes a good throw, and Raines sticks at second. Now it's Jason Thompson. He walked and scored last inning. Pitch to Thompson is a range check at the ballpark. It's an open result, which means we've got one of those rare plays. But it's a range check. So we're going to do the rare play first, and then we'll figure out the range check. It's a 4-5. Grounder to short, who throws in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop the ball. Resolve the play using a range play check for the first baseman to see if he scoops the ball, otherwise E6. All right, so the first thing we have to do is to figure out if Rafi gets to the ball in the first place. 1-3, he does not. He does get there. So he does get there. Now we do the rare play. Okay. So the first baseman is Horner. His range is a 2. If I roll a 1 or a 2, Ramirez makes the play to first. He does not. So it's an E6. How far do the base runners go? See, this is, yeah. So we're going to call this an error on the throw. That would be a 6. Which we did. 1 base error. All right, so Rain stops at third. Law stops at second. Thompson's safe at first on the error. The bases are loaded again with Expos, and Hubie Brooks comes to the play with 1 out. Mahler pitching to Brooks, the infield at double play depth. The pitch to Hubie is a ballpark check. I don't like the sound of that. Brooks swings, and it's hit on the ground to short. Might get out of this. Let's see what happens. All right, so we got double play of 2. Mahler's double play is 0. It's hit to Ramirez, so we check Hubbard's pivot That's a 1. So it's a 3. So Ramirez gloves it, goes to Hubbard for 1. The relay to Horner is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 6-4-3 double play turned by the Braves. Look at this. The Expos have left 4 runners in 3 innings, but they lead 2-1. Mahler escapes like Houdini one more time. All right, bottom of the 3rd coming. It's Ramirez, Murphy, and Horner for the Bravos. Ramirez reached on an error by Wallach in the 1st and scored the Braves' run. This is an open result for Rafi. He swings and hits it to center. Mitch Webster into right center is going to make the catch for out number 1. Here's Murph. 1 for 1 for Murphy. Bryn Smith, it's a strikeout check. That's a 10. And even with the subtraction for Fulton County Stadium, that is a strikeout. Hey, struck him out. That's Smith's first. And it'll bring up Horner. Hard to believe the Braves are only down by a run. I have a feeling I'm going to be saying that a lot in the next 162 games. Horner's 0 for 1. And it's a strikeout check. That's a 17. It's too high. Horner will swing and hit it on the ground to Wallach. To his right, gloves it, plants, throws to Jason Thompson, and that retires the Braves 1-2-3 in the 3rd. We go to the 4th. 2-1 Expos, opening day, April 8th, 1986. Inside pitch. Cards and dice. Tim Wallach, Mitch Webster, Dan Billardello. Still no response on the spelling of Danny for Dan Billardello. Feel free to weigh in. Are we going with 2 N's or 4 on the Danny for Dan Billardello? All right, so Tim Wallach, 1 for 1. Mahler winds and delivers. That's an open result, so Wallach will swing and pop it up. Ken Obergfell in fair territory, calling and taking for out number 1. Mitch Webster has all of the Expos ribbies on the day with a 2-run double in the 2nd. Mahler winds and delivers. It's a home run check for Webster, but way too high. Mitch was not roiding up at this point. Actually, I don't think Mitch ever was roiding up. Okay. So, I believe now we just roll on Webster's card. But, you know, sometimes you assume that. Yep, that's what we do. So it's a 4-3 that's hit in the air to center field. Dale Murphy calling and taking for out number 2. And Dan Billardello, our quiz topic for the day. How many N's are you going with for Danny? He flew out to Murphy in center, and then Murph threw a strike to cut down Wallach in the 2nd. The pitch from Mahler got to the catch, and I smell gas. Oh my God, we're gonna explode. It's a range check on Dan Billardello's card. It's grounded to Hubbard. Rub-a-dub Hub is a 2 on the range. He gloves it, and no, it's by him. It's a bad hop. It's a hit for Danny. 2 N's or 4. It's still a hit, and Bryn Smith will come to the plate. They'll turn the lineup over in the 4th inning here. He struck out in the 2nd. Mahler, the stretch and the delivery is a strikeout check. That's a 12, and hey, struck him out. That will end the Expos' 4th. In case you're wondering, 18 batters faced for Mahler so far, and he can do 27 before fatigue becomes a problem. Here's something if you're contemplating lighting yourself on fire today. Rick Mahler got 39 starts in 1986. 39 starts for Rick Mahler. So put the matches down. All right, so here we go. Bottom of the fourth coming. Terry Harper, Ozzie Virgil, Ken Oberkfell in the Braves' fourth. Harper had an RBI single in the first. Bryn Smith winds and delivers. That's a ballpark check. Terry Harper, ground ball, Wallach to his left, gloves it, plants, and throws to Jason Thompson for out number one. Here's Ozzie Virgil. Not that Ozzie Virgil. He's 0 for 1. I'm going to be saying that a lot this season, too, because Ozzie hit a crisp 223. The pitch from Bryn Smith is a strikeout check. That's a 9. Hey, struck him out. 2 strikeouts for Smith, and Ken Oberkfell with 2 outs and nobody on is coming to the plate. Obi is 0 for 1. The pitch from Smith is a strikeout check, and it's too high. Oberkfell swings, and it's a base hit to center field. That'll bring up Hubbard, and if he reaches, it'll be Mahler. Bottom of the fourth, Expos 2, Braves 1. Hubbard doubled in the second. The pitch from Smith is a strikeout check. That's a 9. That's too high. And Hubbard swings, and it's a line shot caught by Vance Law, and that'll retire the Braves in the fourth. We go to the fifth with your score. Expos 2, Braves 1. Opening day, 1986. First of many of these babies on my channel. If I've got to do the 86 Braves, you've got to do the 86 Braves. Raines is 2 for 2. He's coming up here to lead off the fifth. Mahler winds and delivers. That's a, oh boy, that's ball 4. That's not what you want to do. And Tim Raines is on base for the third time. And I'm going to try and send him one more time. Vance Law in the batter's box. Mahler, the stretch, 1 to 7. He's getting the jump. He does not get the jump. So Law takes the pitch, ball 1. Vance is 1 for 2. You know him, you love him, from the 83 White Sox. Mahler the pitch. Strikeout check. He's not fatigued. It's a 5. Hey, struck him out. Picked a good time for it for his third strikeout. 1 gone in the fifth. Dawson coming up. 0 for 2 for the Hawk. The pitch. Open result. Dawson swings and line shot right at Obi. Oberkfell with a nice play, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up Jason Thompson. Mahler's settled down. He's surviving. The pitch from Mahler is a ballpark check for Jason Thompson. And it's corked to left. Down the line past Oberkfell. It's going to rattle around in the corner. Can Raines score all the way from first with 2 outs? Well, I think he can. Let's see. Raines is a 4, did I say before? Yes, I did. He's a 4. We're going to check. Let's see. Harper's arm is a -1. Terry, what are you doing to me? Now there's 2 outs. So that bumps him back up to a 4 because we subtract, no, we don't. We subtract 1 for it being a double to left. So we subtract 1 for Harper's arm. So that knocks Raines down to a 2. But there's 2 outs, so we add 1. And so he's back up to a 3. All right. So, all right, now we're going to roll them. It's a 3. And that's going to score Rains on the Thompson double to left field. Thompson stops at second. Rains scores all the way from first. It's 3-1 Expos, and now it's Hubie Brooks with Tim Wallach on deck. Well, first base is open, and Tim Wallach did not have his best season in 1986. I'm going to go after Brooks anyway. All right, here we go. 1 for 2 for Hubie on the day. Thompson at second, 2 men out. 3-1 Expos, top of the fifth. Mahler the stretch, and the delivery is a strikeout check. That, hey, struck him out on a bender. Rick Mahler drops one off the table, and the Expos are done in the fifth, but they get a run on 1 hit and leave 1. After 4.5, we're halfway through this one, and it's Expos 3, Braves 1 opening day. So Mahler in the bottom of the fifth will bat for himself. And the pitch from Bryn Smith is an open result. So Mahler will swing, and it's to center. Question mark, center field, 20, and can you believe it? Can you believe it? Mitch Webster catches up with it, and there's one gone. I'll bring up Claudel. Bryn Smith delivery is an open result to the left-handed batting Washington. Claudel swings, hits it on the ground to third. This is Wallach. For the third time, he's going to throw out Washington, and he does for 2 down. Bryn Smith to Ramirez. Rafi's 0 for 2. Strikeout check, and hey, struck him out. Number 3 for Smith. That retires the Braves in the fifth. After 5 complete, it's 3-1 Expos. Bryn Smith can do 27 batters before fatigue becomes an issue, and he has now done 20. All right, so top of the sixth coming. It's Wallach, Webster, and Dan, don't call me Danny, Billardello. 6, 7, 8. Wallach 1 for 2. Mahler rapidly approaching fatigue time. Pitch to Wallach is a fatigue check, but he's not tired yet. Wallach swings and hits one on the ground to Hubbard. To his left, throws to Horner, and there's one down. Mitch Webster, 1 for 2. Home run check, way too high. Webster swings and hits it on the ground to Rafael Ramirez. He's up with it and throws to Horner for out number 2. Here comes Dan, don't call me Danny, Billardello with Bryn Smith on deck. Mahler winds and delivers. That's a walk check, and it's too high for Dan, don't call me Danny. He swings and hits it on the ground to Ramirez. Horner's going to tie a record held by many with 3 putouts in the inning. That retires Montreal. We go to the bottom of the sixth with your score. Montreal 3, Atlanta 1. We got a good one on opening day. The meat, and I'm using that term very loosely, of the Braves order coming up in the bottom of the sixth. Murphy, Horner, and Harper. Righty, righty, righty against Smith. 1 for 2 for Murph today. Open result. Ground ball, Wallach. He throws to Thompson for out number 1. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th assist for Tim Wallach today. Horner's 0 for 2. Bryn Smith winds and delivers. Double question mark. Frank Gorshin delight. This is a right-handed batter. So Horner swings, hits it in the air to center, but not deep. Mitch Webster there. 4 out, number 2. And now it's Terry Harper. 1 for 2 for Harp. The pitch from Smith is an open result. Harper swings, hits it in the air to right. This is Andre Dawson country, and Bryn Smith is definitely on a roll. Dawson makes the catch. Smith has retired 7 in a row, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 of the last 15 batters. So we go to the 7th with your score. Expos 3, Braves 1. Bryn Smith will bat for himself. He's throwing a 4-hitter, actually, and the 1 run the Braves did score is unearned. 3-1, Expos, top of the 7th. Smith is 0 for 2. Mahler winds and delivers. That's a strikeout check. That's an 11. Hey, struck him out, and Bryn Smith has the hat trick. Tim Raines coming up. Raines has been on base 3 times. The pitch from Mahler is an open result. Oh, man. And this is corked to right. 1 hops the wall. Claudell's got to go get it. Raines with a 1-out double. And that's going to get action going in the Braves bullpen, which I probably should have had going before now. Let's see, it'll be, who will it be? It's going to be Garber and Assenmacher. Lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way I like it. Vance Law up. Mahler is fatigued. Hoping to get him through 1 more inning so I can pinch hit for him. The pitch to Law is a strikeout check, a 5. Hey, struck him out. 2 gone. Now we got a problem, though. Now we got a problem. We got Dawson up with Thompson on deck. So we're going to walk Dawson with first base open. And here comes Chuck Tanner out of the dugout. And he's going to come get the ball from Rick Mahler. And he wants the left-hander Assenmacher out of the bullpen. So Assenmacher is coming on. Let's give you Mahler's numbers before we tell you about Paul. Mahler went 6 2/3 innings on opening day. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 6. He allowed 3 runs, and they're all earned. He's got 2 guys on base that are his responsibility, and he is in line for the loss, potentially. Unless the Braves can rally. And, hey, stranger things have happened. So Jason Thompson is up. And out of the dugout comes Andres Galarraga. And Galarraga is going to pinch hit for Thompson and doubtless go in and play first base. So Jason Thompson ends his day 1 for 2 with a ribby and a double and a walk and a run scored. And the Expos bullpen is going to get cooking. It's going to be, they had a good bullpen in 86. It's going to be Tim Burke starting to throw. So it's Galarraga against Assenmacher with Raines on second and Dawson at first. 2 men out. Assenmacher, didn't tell you about him. He's a left-hander. 7-3 with 7 saves in 1986. A 2.50 ERA in 68 innings. He had a riding fastball and a curve. The pitch from Assenmacher is a strikeout check. Hey, struck him out. That gets the Braves out of 7th inning trouble. And you can close the book on Mahler. Galarraga goes in to play first base. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th. Bryn Smith is out. Tim is out to pitch. Tim Burke is throwing in the bullpen. Gene Garber is staying loose in the Braves bullpen. The Expos lead 3-1. It's time to stretch them out in Atlanta. Virgil, Oberkfell, Hubbard, 6, 7, 8 for Atlanta. Righty, lefty, righty. Bryn Smith approaching fatigue time. The pitch from him to Virgil is a star line result. Grounded to Wallach. Busy day for Tim. He throws to Galarraga at first, and there's one down. Now it's Oberkfell. 1 for 2 for Ken. The pitch is a walk plus, and he indeed walks Oberkfell. Yeah, that's going to do it for Bryn's. No, I'm going to let him go one more. I'm going to let him go one more batter. Glenn Hubbard coming to the plate. Oberkfell at first. Hubbard is the tying run. Bottom of the 7th. Bryn Smith, the stretch and the delivery is an open result to Oberkfell. It's a base hit through second base. Vance eats up Vance Law. Let's check Oberkfell's running. He's at 2. All right, he stops at second. So there's 2 on with 1 out now. And Assenmacher is due. He's standing in the on-deck circle. Buck Rogers is not moving from the dugout, so he's going to force Chuck Tanner to hit for Assenmacher first. And so, who's it going to be? Well, they can do what they want here because there's not a lefty in the bullpen throwing for the Expos. So it's going to be Chris Chambliss coming out of the dugout to hit for Assenmacher. I'll tell you about Chambliss. He has just been announced, and so here comes Buck Rogers. And he wants Tim Burke. So Burke is on a right-hander to face Chambliss. Let's tell you about Bryn Smith's day. 6 1/3 for Bryn. 2 4 5 hits, 1 walk, struck out 3, allowed 1 run. It was unearned, and 2 men are his responsibility on the bases. Bryn Smith cannot lose the game. He can win it. And Burke is on. Burke was just kind of getting established here as a setup man. 9-7 in 1986 with 4 saves and a 2.93 ERA in 101 innings. 82 strikeouts, threw hard. All right, so it's Chambliss with Oberkfell at second, Hubbard at first. The go-ahead run for the Braves is at the plate. But also a double play target, so we'll see what happens here. Burke, the stretch, and the delivery to Chambliss is an open result. The pitch to Chris is corked to left. Might get out of here. Off the wall. Raines collects it. Oberkfell scores. Now, Hubbard is around third. Are they going to wave him? He is a 2. He's the tying run. Raines' arm is a 0. Let's see what happens. He will hold. He will hold. So Hubbard slams on the brakes. And Chambliss comes through with an RBI double. Cuts the Expos lead to 3-2, and now it's Claudell Washington. Expos infield is going to come in. Yeah, they're going to come in. And Claudell can't bunt, so the squeeze is not an option. Burke the stretch. The delivery to Claudell, who's 0 for 3. That's a walk check. It's a 15, though. It's too high. Claudell swings, and it's a star line 1. Ground ball, second base. All right, Law is up with it, and he throws to Galarraga with Hubbard holding at third, and now there's 2 outs. 2 outs for Ramirez. Now, I could go to Ted Simmons here. I could do it. It's the bottom of the 7th. I don't like to pinch hit for position players before the 8th. I just don't like to do it. So I'm not going to. All right, here we go. Burke, the stretch. Hubbard at third. Chambliss at second. The pitch to Rafi is a wild pitch check. Can you believe it? It's an 11. That is a wild pitch. The tying run is going to score, and the lead run moves up to third base. It's a 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the 7th, and Tim Burke has a skid mark going down his pants, and it's not because he slid earlier in the game. All right, Ramirez up. Chambliss at third now. 3-3 game, 2 outs. Burke the stretch, the delivery. It's a strikeout check. 13's too high. Ground ball, Vance Law. He gloves it. He throws to Galarraga, and that retires the Braves. But they get 2. On 2 hits, they leave 1. And after 7 complete, it's a 3-3 ball game on opening day. We got a good one. All right, so Chambliss is done. The new pitcher is going to be Gene Garber, who will bat in the 9 spot. Ossenmacher went a third of an inning. He got a strikeout. That's it. Garber in 1986, 5-5 with a 24 saves and a 2.54 ERA, 78 innings of work. All right. He will face Brooks, Wallach, and Webster in the Expos 8th. Brooks, Wallach, and Webster. All right. Hubie, 1 for 3. The pitch from Garber is a strikeout check. That's an 8. Hey, struck him out. 1 gone in the 8th. Braves fans pumped up on opening day. Both of them. Wallach in there now. 1 for 3. The pitch from Gino is a strikeout check. That's a 14. It's too high. Wallach swings, hits it to left. High but not deep. Terry Harper under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Mitch Webster. 2 outs, nobody aboard. Garber winds and deals. Strikeout check, too high. Webster swings, popped up. Bob Horner in fair territory, calling and taking for out number 3. And that retires the Expos in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-3 ball game. Murphy, Horner, Harper. Righty, righty, righty against Burke. Burke's faced 3 hitters. He can do 6 before fatigue becomes an issue. And there's going to be double-barreled action going in the in the Expos bullpen. And who is it going to be? George Riley and Andy McGaffigan. Lefty-righty double-barreled action in the Expos bullpen. But Burke is on for now. He's facing Murphy, who's 1 for 3. The pitch from Burke to Murph is a ballpark check. Base hit, left field, Murphy. Is he going to try for second? Is he going to try for second base? He's going for it. Murph is going for it. He's a 3. Rain's throwing arm in left field is a 0. So, if I roll a red 6, that could be a problem because he might get thrown out. 1 to 3, he's got himself a double. He holds. All right, so he's on with a single. Here comes Horner. 0 for 3 for Bob. Let's see if Murph, was he still stealing bases in 1986? Not really. Oh, but look, Burke is a +2. He's not holding runners very well. Bill Ardello's a 0. I'm going to give Horner a chance to ground into a double play here. Burke, the stretch, the delivery is a strikeout check. That's a 9. It's too high. Here comes the grounder to short. No, it's hitting the air to right. Dawson toward the line is going to make the catch. Murph retreats to first, and there's 1 out. Now it's Harper. Harper's 1 for 3. Burke, the stretch, the delivery to Terry is a walk check, but a 19 is too high. Harper swings and hits it in the air to left. Rain's under it, and there's 2 down. Murphy's still at first. Now it's Virgil. 0 for 3 for Ozzie. The pitch from Burke, who's now fatigued. He is now fatigued. That's an open result for Burke. For Burke, ground ball, Hubie Brooks. He's going to go the short way to Vance Law, and that will retire the Braves in the 8th. So a leadoff single goes to waste. We go to the 9th, and we're knotted at 3. Garber out for inning number 2. He will face Dan, don't call me Danny, Bill Ardello, pinch hitter for Burke, and then the top of the order with Tim Raines. I'm going to let Bill Ardello hit here. 1 for 3 for Danny. The pitch. Does he hit him? Does he hit him? No, he doesn't. Bill Ardello swings. Base hit through third base. Obergfell can't flag it down. Bill Ardello is on with a single. So now that will bring up a pinch hitter, and likely one with bunting skizzles as, let's see here, Jeff Reardon and Andy McGaffigan are throwing in the bullpen a pair of right-handers. George Heat Riley has taken a seat. The pinch hitter will be Al Newman for Tim Burke. So Newman is up. He is an excellent bunter. And that's what he's going to be asked to do. So Garber the stretch, Bilardello at first. The pitch to Newman. He squares to bunt. It's a range check. We're going to proceed with the bunt. He gets it down. He bunts it toward Horner. Bob gloves it, turns, flips to Hubbard covering first, and Bilardello moves up to second base. Newman gets the job done. Bilardello is not a fast man at second base, so I think we're going to get a runner at this point for him. But you know what? There aren't any burners on the bench here, so they're going to stick with Bilardello. Raines is up, probably the man you least want to face in this situation, with Vance Law on deck. Could walk him. Could walk him. But I'm not going to. All right, Garber, the stretch, the pitch to Raines with Bilardello, the lead run on second base with one out in the top of the ninth. The pitch to Raines from Garber is an error check. Are you kidding me? All right, so Raines is going to swing, and it's hit to right. Oh, my God. Claudel. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So it's to right, but the roll is not odd. All right, he makes the catch. Unbelievable. Claudel Washington makes the catch because the roll is a 2. That's even. It's not odd. Even I know math. My friends, there are 3 kinds of people in the world, those that can do math and those that cannot, and I'm certainly one of them. So Claudel makes that catch. Bilardello's going to hold because he doesn't want to get shot down at third with 2 outs. That would make Buck Rogers extremely cranky. And Vance Law is coming to the plate. Now, I could hit for Law, but Law's 1 for 4, and I like Vance Law. I do. So Garber is now fatigued. The pitch to Law from Gino is a strikeout check, but an 18 is too high. Law swings, and it's a star line 3, grounded to Hubbard to his left. He plants, he throws to Horner, and the Expos are done in the 9th. Garber pounds his glove in satisfaction, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. With your score, Expos 3, Braves 3. Chance to walk it off. All right, so the new pitcher will be Andy McGaffigan because the Expos did not score. Jeff Reardon has taken a seat. It's all up to McGaffigan at this point. Tim Burke went inning and 2/3, allowed 2 hits and nothing else. McGaffigan in 86 was 10-5 with 2 saves, sort of a Swiss Army knife, a 2.65 ERA in 142 innings. The Braves have Oberkfell, Hubbard, and a pinch hitter for Garber coming up in the 9th. So Oberkfell is up with Hubbard on deck. McGaffigan winds and deals to the Braves' third baseman. It's a strikeout check, but it's too high. Obi swings, line drive snagged by Vance Law, 1 down. Now it's Hubbard. Not hitting for him, not doing it. McGaffigan winds and delivers to Hubby. That's a 17 on the strikeout check, too high. Hubbard swings, launches it to left. Raines, warning track, wall. makes the catch for out number 2 in the bottom of the 9th. And now Garber is due, so he will not bat. Bruce Sutter is throwing in the Braves bullpen. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Garber. It's going to be Ted Simmons. If we go 10 innings, it's going to be Sutter on the mound for the Braves. Simmons pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 9th. McGaffigan winds and delivers to the Braves pinch hitter. Hit by pitch check. And he dots him. Simmons is hit by a pitch, and he goes down to first base, and he's at 2. I'm going to have Omar Moreno run for him. If Claudel hits one in the gap, Simmons isn't going to score from first, but Omar might. So Moreno will pinch run in the bottom of the 9th for Simmons. Claudel is up, and he's 0 for 4. McGaffigan the stretch, and the delivery to Claudel is a strikeout. He struck him out. Can you believe it? We're going to have an extra inning game on opening day. We're going to the 10th with your score. Expos 3, Braves 3. Sutter is the new pitcher for Atlanta. He will bat in the number 9 spot. I'm going to put Moreno in right field, and so Claudel's coming out. So Sutter will bat first in the number 1 spot. So I lied. Claudel's coming out. Moreno stays in the game. And Sutter bats in the leadoff spot. All right. So let's talk about Gene Garber. 2 innings, 1 hit, struck out 1. That was it. Nice job for Gino. Sutter in 1986, before our miseries befell him, was 2-0 with 3 saves and a .434 ERA in 18 2/3 innings. He will face Dawson, Galarraga, and Brooks, righty, in the Expos order in the top of the 10th. 0 for 3 for Andre Dawson. The pitch is an open result. Dawson swings and hits it on the ground to Ken Oberkfell. He's up with it and throws to Horner for out number 1. Here's Galarraga. 0 for 1 for Galarraga. He pinch hit for Thompson in the 7th. 4-4, he's not fatigued, so it's an open result. Galarraga swings, and it's a comebacker. Gloved by Sutter. He takes a couple steps toward Horner and flips him the ball for out number 2. Now it's Hubie Brooks. Hubie 1 for 4. The pitch. Error check. Oh, man. Hubie swings. Ground ball Ramirez. And Ramirez, error number is an 11. He boots it. So Brooks is on the E6 by Ramirez. That's his 2nd error of the day. He's killing me out there. And Brooks is not a threat to steal. So Wallach comes to the plate. 1 for 4 for Tim. Opening day, inning number 10. The pitch from Sutter is an open result. Wallach swings and hits it on the ground to Horner. He's going to flip to Sutter covering, and that will retire the Expos in inning number 10. We go to the bottom of the 10th with your score: Expos 3, Braves 3. McGaffigan out for inning number 2. And he'll face Ramirez, Murphy, and Horner. 2, 3, 4. Righty, righty, righty in the Braves batting order. On the Braves bench is Bill Sample, Andres Thomas, and Bruce Benedict. So it's going to be Ramirez to face McGaffigan. No action in the Montreal bullpen. This is up to Andy McGaffigan. He winds and delivers to Rafi. That's a strikeout check. That's a 17. It's too high. Ramirez, ground ball, Vance Law to his right. Gloves it, plants, throws to Galarraga, and there's one down. Murphy up. 2 for 4 for Murph with Horner on deck. Pitch from McGaffigan. Get to the kitchen. It's a range check at the ballpark. Starline 6, so that's to center field. That's to center field. That's Mitch Webster country. He is a range of 3, 1 to 3. He's on the run. He can't get there. He cannot get there. Does it scoot past him? No, it's a base hit for Murphy. That's his 3rd hit of the day. 1 on, 1 out, and now it's Horner. Braves fans on their feet. Both of them. Horner at the plate. Bob is 0 for 4. McGaffigan. Give you a better look down here. I should have been moving this. You can't see the bottom of my scorecard. All right. So McGaffigan has Horner to deal with. Murphy at first. The stretch checks Murph. The pitch home is a ballpark check. We got a 3 up. Base hit. Base hit center field. All right. All right, so we had a ballpark check. It's a single to center. The key man is Murphy, so he's going to try to go to 3rd. His running is a 1 to 3. There's only 1 out, so we don't adjust for that. Webster's arm is a 0. So the first question is, can Murphy get to 3rd? Then we're going to see about Horner going to 2nd. And Murph puts on the brakes. So 2 on, 1 out for Harper. Nobody faster than Murphy on the bench. Harper is 1 for 4. McGaffigan, the stretch, the delivery to Terry is an open result against the right-hander Harper. Terry, line drive caught by Law. Now, can Murphy get back? Does Murphy get back to second base? Oh my God, he can get outs at first or second. 1 to 4, and we got a line drive double play. 5 to 6, they get back. Double play. It's Horner caught off first. Line drive to Vance Law. He makes the catch. He throws to Galarraga before Horner can get back. The Lord only knows where Bob Horner was going on that play, but the Braves failed to score in the 10th. We're going 11 on opening day. Yikes. So Suter is done. The new Braves pitcher is going to be Jeff Dedman. Are we going to have a double switch? Yes, we are. So Suter goes 1 inning. And the new Braves pitcher will be Dedman. And he will bat. No, he won't. He's going to bat in Harper's spot. Harper comes out of the game. Billy Sample is going to come in and play left field. And he will bat in Suter's leadoff spot. And take over the left field duties. So Harper's day is done. Everybody's getting opening day playing time. And Dedman is the new pitcher. All right, I'll tell you about Dedman. As we move the camera up here. Webster will lead off. Then Dan, don't call me Danny Billardello, and then a pinch hitter for McGaffigan. Dedman is a righty. 6-6 with 3 saves and a .298 ERA in 99 innings. And he takes over the pitching chores here in inning number 11. Webster 1 for 4. The pitch to Mitch is an error and a grounder check. Webster popped him up. Glenn Hubbard, just barely into the outfield grass, is calling and taking for out number 1. Now it's Dan, don't call me Danny Billardello. 2 for 4. Pitch from Dedman is a ballpark check. Ground ball, Glenn Hubbard. He's up with it, throws to Horner, and there's 2 down. The Braves bullpen has done a job. All right, McGaffigan is due. And throwing in the bullpen for the Expos is Jeff Parrott, who will be the next pitcher. I'm not using Reardon until they get a lead. Krenchicki is going to bat for McGaffigan. Two outs, nobody on in the top of the 11th. Krenchicki, a .240 batter in 1986. The pitch to him, error and a grounder check. Is hit on the ground to Horner, but that's a 20, and Bob's defense is not that bad. He's only an E1. So he's going to take it himself, and that will retire the Expos in the 11th. Look at the job the Braves bullpen has done. 4 1/3 shutout innings. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 11th with your score. Expos 3, Braves 3. McGaffigan is done. Jeff Parrott is your new pitcher. McGaffigan went 2 innings. He allowed 2 hits. He hit a batter and struck out 1. Expos bullpen's been good too. They've gone 3 2/3, a scoreless as well. All right, so for the Braves in the bottom of the 11th, it'll be Virgil, Oberkfell, and Hubbard. And I'm going to move this a little bit this way so you can see the scorebook a little better. All right, bottom of the 11th, 3-3 game. Virgil, 0 for 4. The pitch to Ozzie is a strikeout check, but a 19 is too high even for Ozzie Virgil. He swings and hits a ground ball to Hubie Brooks, who's up with it. and throws to Galarraga for out number 1. Here's Obergfell. 1 for 3. The pitch. Error check. Obergfell hits it in the air to right field. This is Andre Dawson. There's no way of 14. No, he makes that catch. There's 2 down. And now Glenn Hubbard, who's 2 for 4 in the bottom of the 11th. With 2 outs, Hubbard will bat. On deck, Omar Moreno. The pitch from Parrott. Strikeout check, a 10, too high. Hubbard swings, ground ball Wallach. He's up with it. He throws. And we're going 12 innings on opening day. Your score, Expos 3, Braves 3. All right, so we're going to get another inning of Jeff Dedman with the top of the Expos order coming up in the inning number 12. Raines, Law, and Dawson. Raines 3 for 4. The pitch from Dedman. Strikeout check. It's a 16. That's too high. Raines swings, and that's a base hit to right. Drops in front of Omar Moreno. And Raines is aboard with a single. So he's a threat to go. Law at the plate. Dedman the stretch. The delivery to Law. Raines does not get the jump. So they're going to put the bunt sign on for Vance Law. It's a star line result, which is nothing. It's a 13. Law is a 4 with the corners in. Foul ball. All right, do it again. Law up there. Dedman the stretch. They take the bunt off. It's a walk check. 15 is too high. Law will swing. And it's corked to center in the right center field gap. It's going to split Moreno and Murphy. Coming around third is Raines. Raines is a 4. Murphy's a -1. Are they going to wave Raines with nobody out? We're in the top of the 12th, and Raines will score, and Law goes to third on the throw. That's going to get McMurtry up in the Braves bullpen along with Dwayne Ward. Braves infield moves in. It's 4-3 Expos, top of the 12th. Dawson comes to the plate. 0 for 4 with an intentional walk for Andre on the day. Infield's in. The pitch from Dedman. Strikeout check. Hey, struck him out. 1 gone in the top of the 12th. Not out of the mess yet. It's Galarraga. Infield remains in. Now Reardon starts to throw in the Expos bullpen since the Expos have the lead. All right, so we're in the top of the 12th. 1 out. Vance Law at third, 1 in already. Raines scored on the double by Law. Galarraga at the plate. Braves infield in. The pitch from Dedman. Open result. Uh-oh, Galarraga hit to third. Obergfell has it. Checks Law and throws to Horner for out number 2. Now it's Brooks, 1 for 5 for Hubie. Dedman is now fatigued. The pitch to him, a wild pitch check, but a 17 is too high. Brooks swings, and it's to right and deep. Is it going to get over Moreno's head? No, it's not. He's going to catch it for out number 3. Omar Moreno turns on the afterburners and catches up to that drive that almost put this game away. But the Expos get a run on 2 hits and leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 12th. Expos 4, Braves 3, opening day. Jeff Reardon is on in the bottom of the 12th. So Parrott went 1 perfect inning. Reardon is on. He was 7-9 in 86 with 35 saves and a 3.94 ERA, 67 strikeouts, 83 hits and 89 innings. So somebody was hitting him. And it's going to be Moreno, Sample, and Ramirez, 9-1-2 in the Braves' 12th. 1 run will tie it, 2 will walk it off. So let's slide everything down here, give you a look at the scorebook, and Reardon's going to try and save it for Parrott. Moreno up. This is his first at bat. He pinch ran for Simmons in the 9th. The pitch from, oh my God, the pitch from Reardon is a home run check. Oh my God. It's to right and deep. This is driving Dawson to the wall, and Omar Moreno has gone out of here to tie the game at 4 in the bottom of the 12th. It's time for Rick Camp to step up. Omar Moreno has gone deep off the Terminator to tie the game. Yikes. Oh, wait a minute. There's a question mark. There's a question mark. All right, I'm getting this wrong. All right. On the pitcher's card versus the side of the hitter in the HR section. All right, so does it get out of here against Reardon? Yes, it does. Now, if it's a 1-4 or less, Dawson can't catch it. Oh no, it'd be a blank space. All right, 1-4. No, blank space. All right, that restores a little of my sanity. Moreno. Oh, boy, it goes to right. Dawson's going to catch it. The home run is gone. It's a 4-3 Expos lead. With 1 out now, it's Billy Sample. I didn't think Moreno could take Reardon out of here. All right, so it's Sample. 0 for 5. Or first at bat, for Sample. That's an open result for Billy. 4-2 hit in the air to left, but not deep. Tim Raines there, and there's out number 2. Now it's Ramirez. Last chance saloon. Pitch from Reardon. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Home run check. No question mark. It's an 8. It's to left and deep. Do we adjust for Fulton County Stadium? No, we don't. Raines back, makes the catch. 2 chances to go deep in the 12th. Reardon survives them both. The Expos win in 12 innings on opening day, 4-3. Let's give you the totals. Yikes. What a ball game. My gosh. All right, for Montreal, 4 runs, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hits. And they committed one error that happened about 5 hours ago. For the Braves, 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. And they committed 1 error, 2 errors, both on Ramirez. The winning pitcher is Jeff Parrott. The save goes to Jeff Reardon. The losing pitcher is Jeff Dedman. He goes to 0-1 on the season. Thank you for being with me, my friends. This is opening day, April 8th, 1986. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel for lots more of this kind of Braves bad baseball. Have a good day, everybody. So long, everybody.